It's gonna be a very silent beginning just because of how I do these now. Oh my god, he's live. It's amazing. Oh, you should probably also turn on the emote off chat, right? There you go. So people can actually send him actual messages. Might be a good idea. Did I? I think I did it. I think I did. Let me draw live. Alright. You guys shouldn't be able to hear the music, hopefully. Because it's very much copyrighted. Draws. Okay, and with that, the messages have been sent. Everything is good. We should be good to start. Yeah, because of how sensitive my mic is, you guys are probably going to be hearing the background sounds in AC a lot. But hopefully not the music. That's the main thing I'm worried about. Time for not net pansy. That's not this type of the stream. I don't, I don't have I don't have those type of things going on. Uh, Sadly, as it may be. Hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I am about to start drawing. Uh, I'm very bad at channel intros, as you can obviously see. Today we're drawing more of my character Xavier, who is a very interesting character. He's technically two people in one. Um, I'm very curious to actually put together his story and actually put into a comic though, because that would be fun. But yeah, it's just gonna be a chill stream today. We're just gonna draw. We're gonna talk for a bit, and we're hopefully gonna get this thing done because I would love to get this done by the end of the day. Did you learn a bit more about GIMP since using the last drawing stream? I've I'm basically kind of still learning the program as I use it, but I know basically everything that I need to do to get it finished. So we shouldn't get into too many hiccups along the way. Hopefully today. I at least also definitely learned how to use because I had to do it for my thumbnails. I learned how to do the stroke effect on it. Uh, it's not as quite as intuitive as Photoshop's was, but it still works. So we are gonna get back into it today. So here's the drawing that we have currently going on. We still have a little bit to do, as you can obviously see. Yeah, we just gotta. Basically, I think the main things I'm gonna try to touch up on here is I'm gonna do. Hold on. See if I can zoom in, or if I remember how to zoom in again. Z is to zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oop, not that much. How does unzoom? Hold on. Yeah, I say we shouldn't get into too many more hiccups as I immediately get into one. Oh, here we go. It's control to zoom back out. While I draw Corey, I'll draw along with you so we can both motivate each other. There you go, dude. That should help. So I think, so basically, I've done like the most of the main drawing here, um, and there's only like a few like lines, like yeah, like the lines here that I still have to draw in. But that's like details to go over it. I also have to do the stuff outside, for his pockets. So we'll finish up the line drawings there. We'll get the backside of his head cleaned up so it's in line with the rest of his stuff, and then we'll start coloring it. Oh, sorry. Oh, we also need to draw his other stuff on that he has on him off to the side, because I mentioned, remember, I wanted to do his main weapon of choice, which is also a hybrid weapon, a good old gun blade. Boomer moment, yeah. It's just it's not so much boomer moment as it is Corey does not know how to use gimps yet moment. It's not like I'm completely foreign to a computer. I still know how to do some things. Um, but yeah, we're gonna do all that, and then we're gonna color um, everything in. So that's where we're at now. Let's get this going. Keep the face on the back of his head. Yeah, it's a character feature of his. He he had it ever. It's because he has two people inside of him. One person is on the front face, and the other's on the back. I also have to remember how to do the keybind. I still haven't. I forgot to set the keybinds for all these again, so I'm gonna have to keep remembering how to do it again. I think it was P and E. Oh, something like that. It tells me if I hover over it here. Shift E. That's right, and then yeah, P is the paintbrush. Okay. Also, it's interesting how it remembers the difference between my mouse and my tablet for what the last tool I did on it was. It's curious. What pen am I using right now? Oh yeah, I think I'm using the same one I did before. Yeah, it looks the same. Okay, so it should be fine. By the way, I like my goofy hat today. I got this from good old Disney World, or Disneyland, I should say. I think I'm just trying to remember. Or trying to figure out how I want to start it. I wasn't sure if left or I wasn't sure if they ever did anything or not. All right. I guess we can just do our tries with a new layer first. Details. Not that much. Jesus Christ. Also, why do you go all the way to the bottom corner? That doesn't make any sense. Hello? Why is it not doing anything now? control. That's why. I don't know if I need to zoom out that much. Why? Is it because is it like a double click thing, I think? No. I don't know why it does that then. It doesn't seem right. Oh, it's cause I do that. That's why. It's cause when I'm tapping, I sometimes move the mouse a little bit too much, and it thinks I'm trying to draw a box. That is concerning. Maybe I should just do that actually from now on, since it's gonna think I'm doing that. There we go. Just kind of zoom in like that instead. Seeing all these technical difficulties brings me back to the day that I used to do digital art. Very dark times. Yeah, I could see that. You should bring out your Kingdom Heart key sword thingy. I have it match your hat. Well, I have them hanging in the back. You guys might not be able to see it from the angle of the camera, but they're still above all the stuff up there. I'm still on the zoom button, right? I forgot about that. Can I just undo what I did? No, that's not possible. All right. Yeah, don't worry about me, guys. I'm just getting adjusted to what I gotta do. Why is it? It's also, I guess, what happens when you shift back to a open source, free to download software compared to one that you have to pay for. Though to be fair, this still works for what I need it to do. I just need to make it work for me. Okay, that's right. I forgot. It's just space to do it. Okay. Can my headphones just stay over here? Thank you. That's fine enough. Why is it? Why does it bring me to the very top left? I don't understand that. I think we got just about everything here, though. All right, we gotta get the things on the side here too. I hope at least my struggling is entertaining. Because if nothing else, it probably is. Okay. Mm. Yeah, actually, at this point, I don't really. I will just draw them all. It's fine. They don't need to be exactly one to one. So whatever details I need to fill in, I'll just do it now. on everything. I don't think they're going to move from these spots. Yeah, because I don't think I need to add anything else to him. The only thing I thought about adding onto him was like a like a belt thingy or something like around him to carry his weapon around on, but that'll probably just be on the weapon detail itself, I think. Did you hear that Capcom is releasing a remaster of Dead Rising? Oh, are they? A remaster? That's interesting. Okay. And I think, yeah, the only thing on this one is the laces. Was it Control O? No. I thought there was a shortcut to make it fit to screen again. I know there is. View? No. I think it was under view. Zoom? Fit image in window. Control Shift J. Excuse me? I definitely have to. I should just spend some time after this stream, or at least whenever I have time next before the next drawing stream, to just redo a lot of these keybinds because a lot of them just do not make sense to me. Control Shift J. That's interesting. Because J's all the way out here, huh? The graphics look so much better on the new game. It's insane. I would imagine so. I mean, it's what, like 10 years apart or something like that from the last time. Oh yeah, autosave would be a lot better because the old saving system was so terrible. Exactly. They even add stairs in front of the air ducts leading to the safe room. Now we won't have this. We don't have multiple survivors beating each other up. Yeah, that's very nice. Yes, I like that idea. That's good. They're learning. They're learning. Okay, so oh yeah, we just need to. Hmm. Yeah, I basically need to erase stuff from the back part, and then other than that, I think we're good to start cleaning up the lines, and then we can start coloring. Is this everything I just okay? Wait a minute. How the hell did when did that happen? That was a new layer not too long ago, wasn't it? Well, I guess it's part of that line now. Is that the same with these guys too? Yep. Okay, so those are all part of that layer now. I don't remember when that happened, but sure. Also, when did I draw that line? Oh god. Only thing I don't like is that they got rid of the erotica porn photo option. Now we don't have the incentive to take pictures of Jessica Zopai or Jesse Zopai. Yeah. Hey, I mean, sex sells. It's still true. It's still true, dude. Just because it might be insensitive nowadays doesn't mean it's not true. Oh boy. It's probably the only reason why they did it is because they didn't want people purposefully trying to take naughty photos of things. Still, I think that added a lot of charm to the game, though. Okay, yeah, that's the only one I need to do is I just need to do the back part. Where is? I think it would be this one. Yeah, because I think that's the copy of it instead. Oh right, shifty. All right, this is gonna switch back though. Yeah. Yeah, it's the whole thing. So I do have to be careful there. That okay, right, right. It's P, not B. I know, I know. Whoops, I forgot. It's also big. It's still big. It was three, right? Yeah, it was three. Shifty. Who knows? Maybe the enough fans will protest and then Capcom will add it back. I'm curious. We'll have to wait for the. What we'll have to do for Kent's quest since the original game, you'd have to take the erotica for him. Yeah. One thing I really hope though is that they actually make the AI for the survivors more intelligent because it was so. Yeah, it was very abysmal in the last game. I'll agree. Right. Not. I'm gonna keep doing that until I learn to change the keybinds, because it's been so hardwired into my brain that B is brush. It's been so hardwired into my brain now. Okay, so that's the shoes. I think we still have to do the head though. Also, I gotta do the hair, which is gonna be a fun thing too. Yeah, it's the clothing. There's the head. Okay, so that line is not part of this layer, so I am not sure what that applies to then. Yeah, but say I must have drawn that recently because it wasn't there before. I can tell you that. Hmm. All right, I did kind of just have it like yeah. Actually, I don't know. It kind of actually would. Or actually, no. It would be the yeah. It would be. It would actually be up to here because the scarf would go around the back like that. Yeah, that's the wrong shifty. It's gonna keep happening, guys. There's no way to stop it. It's just going to keep happening. It's gonna keep happening until I learn. Okay, and I think I need to go back to this one. Yeah, for these ones. Um, actually, yeah, no, yeah, I would want to get rid of that one. I think. Yeah, the hair would basically kind of go to about there though, so they would kind of get masked behind the scarf. Okay. Also, I wonder. So I was like, should I be lazy and not make the back of the scarf go down here instead? Mm, nah, I'm not gonna be that lazy. I'll try it. Hmm. I'm still on. I thought I switched to brush. Okay. Is that the right one I want to do too? That layer? Yeah, actually that's fine. I can do it on that layer. It's fine. Shoop, shoop. Oh, nope. Shoop, maybe? There we go. You should have kept it and just added the lore they had some kind of bad scar on the back of his head. Nah, I'll get rid of that line from before. It's fine. Da, da, da. Okay, so I think with that, we should be good. Yeah, I think it's looking good. All right, I need to add the things on these sides as well too. It's gonna be part of this layer. It's just what's gonna happen. Let's zoom in first. I've learned how to do it properly. Please make my mouse fine again. Actually, that was fine. Oh, whoops. Not okay. What is redo? I know redo was something. Control Y. What's Y though? There we go. Okay. Now I think. Yeah, now I think we can just clean up the lines. Okay, so we just gotta hide the original sketches. Control Shift J. Actually, yeah, I should zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Hmm. Isn't it's interesting because I was just using the pen that Gimp was giving me, but it still kind of has like a little bit of a rough texture to it. Wasn't even my intention. Hmm. Yeah, that's something I should probably add to him. Just realized he has no eyebrows. Looks fine. Gotta have his eyebrows go in front of his hair. Nah, that's an anime thing. That's not a me thing. Do you see eyebrows in real life going in front of people's heads? I don't think so. I don't know what kind of reality you're living in, Pansy, but it's not mine. It's not mine. So last I checked, most eyebrows are usually hidden underneath people's hair. See, the fun part too that I think about as I'm making this is I have to draw, or I have to color this guy twice because one version of him is going to be Xavier and one's good. Well, it's only the hair. It's only the hair and the eyes. Everything else should be fine though. Um, hmm. It must have been slightly off when I moved the stuff over because I don't remember all that being offset like that. Okay. Recolor. See? Yeah. Basically. He kind of it's only funny because that's technically kind of what he is because he's actually completely different, but he only looks the same because they're both together in the same body. Okay, so yeah, so just because of how I did, yeah, because I don't really think I'm gonna be able to do too well with a magic wand with a lot of these things. So we're just gonna do old school way of coloring, which I think I've always been kind of doing now, anyways, because I think it comes out better that way, anyways. So Xavier colors. Yeah, first we gotta pick out the colors themselves. I don't know why you're still visible. You're technically not visible because of all the things in the background, but yeah. Oh, that's why it was because I was going to draw Danny, but then I ended up drawing Xavier instead. That's why. That's why. Even though later was visible, there's nothing there because there was nothing there. Oh yeah, I also need to fucking draw his gun. Um, oh boy. How am I gonna do that actually? Now I think about it. Obviously, I should probably, yeah, I should do that first. Is there anything else of his that I need to draw? I don't think so. It's basically the main thing that he uses is that weapon. Gun, TOS. Are guns against TOS now? Because if so, then you're gonna have to ban a lot of games. Just saying. Just saying. Actually, yeah, let me rename this into Xavier Gunblade drawing or sketch. First one's a sketch. Oh, other one. Other way. So first, I gotta look at it. I gotta look up material because the main thing I was thinking about for the gun blade was it's gonna basically kind of have the same um. Actually, I don't know. I had a couple of different ideas. I had a couple of different ideas for the gun blade. Is I was either gonna have two different. Well, actually, I think I could technically do both because of how his character would be. Um, the first one was it was basically kind of like an assault rifle or an SMG, technically, I guess, because you would have to hold it in one hand. Yeah, just got a your message field to send message. Oh, is it because you tried to mention something that Twitch didn't like? Hmm, wondering. You see, you trigger them by saying TOS, Pansy. That's on. I don't know what happened though with that. But yeah, I think actually I don't know. I kind of I know what a gun technically looks like, at least the one I'm looking for, but I just kind of have to think about where I wanted to go. Because like I said, like the main ones I was thinking of was that is the eraser. I'm just doing like a rough little sketch to show like what I'm kind of thinking of. It's gonna kind of look kind of like this, and then it'll have the little beam part in front, or like I guess technically it'll have this thing in front, and then the beam would go about there. And also wanted a handle on like this side. Although that would kind of go into the shoulder because that's where the shoulder part's gonna try to go. That's why it would work better as an SMG because if you just hold it up as an SMG, then you can have that thing on the end and it wouldn't matter. Yeah. So it would basically be kind of like twin SMGs. I think that you would carry that have blades at the end of it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to look up is I just need to draw it a little bit to conceptualize it on my mind, and then I could try to figure out what I need for it. Hmm. Actually, yeah, something like this one actually doesn't would be fine. I think. Alright, so let's try... Yeah, I'm gonna do it like an angle, I think. So I want the blade part of it to be like about yay long. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it's actually gonna be like the whole length of it. And then I want it to be first length. Actually, yeah, right about here. Yeah, right about there. I'll be right back. Okay. And then, yeah, right here is where the magazine goes in. Let's go for number 10, that the past isn't real. Just the back grip of it. Yeah, or the grip of it, I should say, yeah. Because that's where you actually grip onto the gun with. Oh, that's a little bit skewed from what it's supposed to look like. I got the right shape of it, but... Oh, I see. I think I see where I went wrong. Okay. Yeah, I see where I went wrong here. Uh, bu- 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 Might be better for me actually just to cancel. Might be better for me to just redraw it. Okay. Yeah, I should just kind of draw it as I see it on the thing here. Okay. Yeah, because the thing of it is like, why is it not drawing? Why is it not drawing? Oh, oh, it's because I still had the thing selected. Mmm. How do I undo that? Okay, there you go. Now it should be no selection. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I'm seeing it here. There we go. Yeah, and then right about here, and it goes right about up to here. And that's where the trigger is. Actually, I would say it should be right about down here instead. Again, yeah. No, wrong wing. Shifty. Yeah, it shouldn't be that big. Okay, there we go. That seems like a good enough space there. That's also a little bit lopsided, but I'll fix that when I actually do the proper drawing for it. Okay, it's got a thing up here. Da, 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 da. It's got a little Amy thing down here as well. God, that is. There's so much detail on this thing, though, honestly. It's kind of crazy. I'd say like all along here and here, that's where the beam part will be. So it'll be like a wah and a wah. Yeah. Though actually, now that I look at that arc of that, it uh should be a little bit further. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Nothing makes sense to me anymore. Yeah, actually, it would be a little bit bigger than that, I think. Hmm. But I still think I got the right idea here at least. Like this is still gonna be the grip of the sword hilt part of it. Although again, that even that needs to be a little bit bigger. I feel like. Yeah. Okay. And let me just get this again so I can see all the details. You might hear my mom in the other room. Yeah, it seems like there's another layer right here. And there's like a big part of it right here. Alright, actually, yeah. I know what that part of it is. He would actually have something like this as well, too. A little flick switch to show what parts what. Actually, I think that's what that whole thing is. That's bottom part's the safety, and then it's I think yeah, there's three modes of fire. So one, two, and three, which all have their own things there. Yes, that's like this thing to switch the rate of fire. So it would basically be a thing of like yeah, the safety, um, single fire, 3 round burst, full auto. Okay. Not sure what that part is on the top, but I think I basically got the whole detail of the gun there. So that's what the gun's gonna look like. Alright, and then how do I move this whole object again? Let's see what we got here first. That's a scaling tool. I think no, I think I need this one. I think the move tool is what I need. That's not what I wanted. See, but yeah, I would say it only goes to there. Yeah. I just want to move. I want to move and rotate this on like the whole plane, which I know that's not what this is doing. All right. Again, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this again. Uh, okay, there we go. Okay, now it's got as a floating selection. That is what I wanted. Yeah, because I was say like I do want the. I want the end of it to be decently high or decently long. Okay, so now this is the other thing I was thinking about with this. Okay, here it is. Anchor floating layer. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Welcome back, Pansy. I was trying to figure out how to do things with this again. I think I got it though. That's just probably what we would do, yeah, with it. It'd be something like that. Yeah, where it fires from like a point at the tip and it just projects a big beam. I think that's decently long enough. I think that's fine for it. Yeah, I think that's decently long enough for it. And I think that's the only other, yeah, that's the only other element I wanted to draw for it. So let's draw it, and then let's color everything. also put the opacity down on this one. That should be good. But oh, that's probably why. It doesn't look as quite as big as the other ones. Maybe it was okay. Maybe it was 2 point actually. Yeah. Okay. I love drawing straight lines. I'm very good at them. All right. That's fine, actually. As I said, I'm very good at drawing straight lines. I'm a master at it. Especially when I do them diagonally. I, I know there's a way to do it in my old program in Photoshop to rotate the whole canvas. There's probably a way to do it here too. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know if you guys can hear her in the back. I'm just trying to make sure she's not saying anything that would potentially dox me, you know? I think she's outside now. Okay. I should be good though. Actually, I'll add another. Put that on another layer just in case, so I can maybe erase it better. I'll put this on it too. Why not? Alright. Looks good. Okay. Yeah, I like that actually. That's pretty good. Okay. So we got that drawn. Now we just need to get things colored. And then we're done with this drawing. I also got this out. I'm gonna do my signature here real quickly. Time for colors. Alrighty. Okay, so color timing. Xavier. Colors. Okay. So first things first is to decide what the colors are going to be. They're basically going to be kind of the same-ish as some of the other things I've done. Well, actually, now that I remember it, yeah, that there is actually two differences between the two characters that I forgot about that. One is a high elf, one is a drow. So I was wondering if I should have their. I feel like it would be, it would it would put a little bit more of a starker contrast on them if I did um, actually make their skin color change as well. Um, so that way, like their body, like, cause the whole thing that I'm thinking of for this character is that they're in an android body, but it adapts to the soul inside of it. So would it make sense if the hair, obviously in eye color changing, that the skin would change as well? I feel like it would. I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put all the colors aside that we want to use at least. So brush size like around probably like 75. Yeah. Sounds good. So I want red for Xavier's thing. Da, da, da. It's also interesting, by the way, the color picker that I have in this one, because instead of the wheel like it is in Photoshop, it's a slider. So that's interesting. I feel like there's probably something to select palettes as well too, but I just, again, I haven't gone into it yet because I haven't really gotten this far with this program. Those are text. Yeah, here's your colors. It looks like. Okay, that's my document history. That's what that is. Okay. Oh, this is gradients? Yeah. Okay. Okay then. I thought there was something. I thought there was like a color picker or pattern like organizer somewhere here. Either way, I'm going to be putting them out here, so that's basically going to be the main thing for that. let's see. So, I'm trying to think of what the ones I want to do next are. I want to get a skin color. So, we're going to go toward the oranger side. Get something pretty light-skinned. Actually, now that I think about it, I would say he might be more on the cooler side now that I think about it. Let's see. I wonder if that might be too pink or not, though, is my think. I don't know. You can probably try it out later. Yeah, I know the Drows would have like a, like almost a darker gray kind of skin to them. Probably actually something close to this. I'm just trying to think of that one, how he would look. Actually, no, I do want it to be, I do want it to be a little bit closer to the orange side instead. But I think that complexion is fine, or like that lighting is fine on it. Yeah, that's good. I think. Just a little bit more white, I think. Yeah, he's gonna be very, very pale and fair skinned due to his lineage. Oh yeah, we need the hair color as well too. So one's black, one's blonde. So black color is gonna be right about here. That's too close to the gray. Then again, actually, that's right, because the colors had to go underneath the drawing. So we gotta do this here. That could do for the black, yeah. Pasty white boy. Indeed, he shall be. Alright, and then yellow. We get the blonde for him. Probably about here. Now it would be a lighter blonde than that. Yeah, like right around there actually. Okay. His eye color, I think yeah, it's gonna be that same light blue and red. So actually, instead of this blue, it's supposed to be more of like a tealish one. Just remember that. Yeah, it's supposed to be more like that color. And then his shirt's gonna be black too. I think, yeah, that's what I put down for him, right? I'm just gonna try to remember again. There you are. Yeah, black t-shirt, gray pants, and then white tennis shoes. That's right. Right, because I was having it do like a black to white kind of thing. Yeah, so that'll be black. I need a gray color. Whoops, that's not it. Control is the one I was thinking of. There we go. Probably like a mid-gray, I would say. Yeah, so right about there. White for the There you go. White for the shoes and the eyes, of course. What else did I put down? The scarf's also going to be white. Um, did I decide to put the things on after I did that? Or did I maybe change this during sort of thing? Because I have wristbands here, but I don't have his gloves. But they might just be black and white anyways too, because that's what I have here for his wristbands. They were supposed to be black and white. Let me go to physical character sheets just to be safe. Yeah, it's basically the same thing I put in here. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to do with it anyways, yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be black and white. Okay. Yeah, I kind of gave him a monochrome kind of uh, color scheme, but I wanted to kind of contrast it with the black and white too. Although at the same time, I'm not sure. Well, actually, no. He would. This would be his like going around regular everyday outfit. I think he might have a different outfit for when he goes on missions. But at the same time, he doesn't really care if he has to hide too much, anyways. So it's whatever. Yeah, I think that would be fine. I can even try both options to see how they look. So I got the hair, got the eyes, got the color and the skin and the outfit. The gun is probably the only other thing I need to worry about. I think the gun's gonna be black, and it's gonna have yeah. Yeah, the gun's gonna be black. I'm also thinking about putting like a marking on it to show that it's his. Um, I was thinking about maybe his signature thing, and I even actually might put the decal on his shirt too. I was thinking of like an X, and one of the lines is blue and one of the lines is red. Um, it's gonna be like and it was gonna look kind of like spray paint on this one, so that's what I was thinking for that. I just need like a teal color for the beam, for the energy beam coming out of it. Probably not as saturated as that. That's fine. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's try that out. Okay, we got the colors. Now we just need to put them on him. Okay. Okay. Where P? That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna do all the colors that are gonna stay the same, and then we'll put the other ones on a different layer. Yeah, I think that would fit the best is if they were if they were there and then the whites were the other parts. Actually, we can do, yeah, like the same kind of thing that I've done before, where I put it down to the parts here, and then the other parts can go over it. That's right, it was control selected. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And then the white. Actually, we can do the white right here. Whoops. It's actually probably what that was. That one line I drew is because I didn't, I didn't hit that, and it was just drawing something. I could totally see that. Yeah, because I'm gonna draw the skin and hair over it. So yeah, all of this can be white here too. Okay. I notice I don't really talk a lot during these streams. It's just because I don't know anything to say or talk about really, and I'm usually just waiting for people to say stuff instead. Also, I'm just kind of vibing to the music I'm listening to in the background. I'm playing Sonic Spinball right now as I watch. That's fine. I figure if there's anything you wanted to talk with me about Pansy anyways, you would mention in the chat. Like how you mentioned the Dead Rising news earlier. Actually, we could do that actually. Actually, it might be better if it was white instead first, because I can tell that color apart better than the black the uh, against the backdrop. But yeah, Sonic Spinball is a good choice though. I'm probably gonna play that at some point on stream myself, because I do want to get through all the Sonic games again. Gonna be one of my main missions on this channel is to play all the Sonic games. It's obviously gonna take a while, but I would love to do it. For the Dead Rising game, they plan on releasing the game digitally first on September 19th. Okay. And for the physical game, it comes out, I think, November 19th. Or November 9th. Okay. A digital release first and then a physical? That's interesting. But just because you got some exclusive deal with like Epic or something. It's annoying that they did that because it means I have to wait another 2 months for a copy. Yeah, exactly. not just to get it for the PS5 to actually use it as an excuse to get the Xbox Series. Oh, is that what it is? It's a Series X exclusive, limited time. I love timed exclusives. They're my favorite thing in the game industry. Yeah, I never really like to get games at launch anymore because I just do not trust a lot of game developers nowadays, especially AAA. Unless it's a game series I've been really, really looking forward to getting or something for. Um, I usually just wait for the people to. I just wait for reviews to come in for it, or for it to go on sale. Because there's actually been a couple of AAA releases recently that I've heard tanked, especially early on. They fix it. So most of the times they fix it later on, but if you're one of those early adopters, you usually get burned. So I just do not do it anymore. I'm just gonna get the console version because my graphic card is shy of meeting its recommended requirements. That's fair, especially for a new game like that. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you can actually run the damn thing. Even I'm starting to get aware now of how powerful my computer actually is to run certain games. I know it can run basically just about everything in my Steam library now, but there's still a couple of today's hits kind of games that it will struggle with. When I get the physical copy, I'm going to get it from the shop I am, not to pre-ordering ever again. That's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't. Again, I feel like that a lot of people get burned on pre-orders nowadays. That I just don't fall into that practice anymore. I myself have been one of the people that have been burned by pre-orders on games, just to find out, oh, the game's actually not that good. Plus nowadays I have way too high of a backlog already to even want to get new games because I'm just like, look at all these old games I still have to play. I still have to get through them. I'm not worried about the game being bad or not. I'm just more worried that I would get stolen from shipping again. That's fair. I remember that, Fancy. Uh, yeah, damn scalpers, am I right? There's like, ooh, new copy of a new game is mine now. Should shave your backlog a bit. Yeah, I was looking through it recently as well too, because I recently retouched and went through a couple of entries that I've had sitting in my Steam library. So I've added priority to a couple of games that I've been meaning to try out for now. I will be doing Steam streams at some point again. Probably after I do my next Sonic stream, I'll probably bring it back again too. Because there's a couple of games I've been meaning to try out, and the streaming is a very good excuse to start, at least start some of them. Yeah, we want to do this one. But yeah, I've definitely been trying to shave down some entries in my backlog recently. Like trying to get further in some games that I've started at least, so I can finally get done and be rid of them. But I've also fallen into the trap of playing the games I just like instead. Whoops, that is not the way I wanted to start coloring. Um, like the main game I've been playing a lot now is Hades. I've actually been getting back into it. Which, though, to be fair, even though Hades by itself is a game they can kind of get lost in and not really feel like you're technically making progress in, especially when you lose to the same guy over and over again. But it has a narrative and it has side stories and such that keep going on in the background, and that you can still get things for. So I am still slowly making progress with a lot of them too. Like I've actually it's one of those games that still it gives you things. It gives you a lot of things throughout the entire experience, very slowly and incrementally. Like I'm still discovering new things in that game and new things to play with. It's kind of crazy. Along with replaying the first Dead Rising game, I have also been replaying Odyssey and New Leaf a lot as well. I did see that in your backlog rate a little bit before Banzi. It was distracting me from beating other stuff as well. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to do one of the other games that you know you should be doing. Sometimes you just want to have some just brain dead fun, you know. And I totally get that. I also especially get the idea of playing a game just out of hype for another one coming out. Like definitely also for the Sonic series, I'm going to be as soon as I get it, I'm gonna be playing Sonic and Shadow Generations on stream because that's gonna be fun. I do wonder also how early the new content for that game comes in or not. Okay. Though with New Leaf, I have a lot to do for that, so I am current trying to complete it a lot. But with Odyssey, I've already completed it, so there isn't much of a reason to play it again other than it, of course, being fun. Yeah, Mario Odyssey is really fun. It's actually one of my favorite 3D platforms that I've ever played. Uh, and New Leaf was a really good game too. I think just because of how much stuff the other Animal Crossing games gave me, like from like New Horizons, um, I definitely like it more over those games. But there's things that game, like New Leaf, has that uh, New Horizons doesn't. That's a little bit nicer. I would totally be playing it if I had a good working 3DS, which I don't. It's still an issue for me. What happened to my 3DS? The main basic thing is just the A button refuses to work sometimes. I think it's either gotten stuck or it's gotten to the point where anytime I try to press it, it doesn't really register all the time. And of course, it's the A button was the first one that broke on me, you know, because it's the one you use for everything. Yeah. So that's the main reason why I can't really play a lot of 3DS games is because the main button to play with just doesn't work for it. Um, I basically would either have to get a new one or I'd have just try them out on an emulator instead. Yeah, sorry. So that's his clothes. So he's good on that. Okay. And then we would just mirror to the other side of his other thing too. Last I heard, the 3DS emulator got taken down because Nintendo doesn't like when we have fun. Yeah, that's fair. Um, I know the Switch one got taken down for sure because the people who ran it were trying to sell things on it, which was a big no-no for Nintendo. Yeah, I don't remember about the 3DS one. That 3DS one might have gone through the same stuff too, or something. I don't know. Um, all right, so I'm gonna quickly BRB here, just to use a quick bathroom break. So I'll be right back, guys. am back. Since I figure out how to sit back in this chair again. Thank you. Alright, I always don't know where to put this. That's fine. Okay. I'm back. There's my mic. Okay. How is it? Okay. Oh, this is just over here now. Okay. That's fine. Alright. But yeah, the emulator debate's always fun because, there's obviously the piracy is a problem. But it's also really good for game preservation, especially when there's a lot of games that the original creators just do not support anymore. They don't have selling anywhere, and the only way that a person who would be interested in playing it would be able to play it is if they got it from that. It's like literally their only option. There we go. Okay. Okay. The other thing I like about some emulators too is when people make community-made mods for games, like those are fun. Though any game that has PC support can get modded now. Um, so some of the mods for like old games even too are pretty fun. The Switch emulator I can somewhat understand since they still make software for it, but honestly, if support for a specific piece of hardware is no longer supported, then that software that runs on it should be able to open the public domain. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. That's like that would definitely be the most beneficial for society as a whole. Is if they just made it so whenever the console doesn't isn't selling any more systems, there's no support for people. There's no like official support to fix old consoles. Then yeah, they should just start giving them to. That's when they should start letting those be like basically free reign at that point. if they remake an older version, an older game with the newer version will be protected, but the original should be full. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Especially for a game like if they remade Melee or something like that, then yeah, the original would still be fine. But uh, but I guess I don't know. That might be another touchy issue because I know there's a lot of old games that are being put onto like newer consoles, like how Nintendo's doing their thing now with some of the NES Online stuff. Though I think though technically they're kind of those games are still like original to the or they're as close as they can be to the original, I think. But I think they only just have the extra modded part of multiplayer being a thing, because that was the whole thing about the Nintendo Switch Online is that you can play a lot of those games online with people, as if they were another person in the room. Now, it's a cool idea until you realize that the online support for those games is kind of trash. The last couple of times I've tried to do online based parts of those, they it connection was something to be desired. But if you had a decent connection set up for that kind of thing, yeah, it would be awesome. But still, I wonder if they would technically, own them today, because of the fact that they are re-releasing them on a system like NES Online. You know, I wonder what the rules and logistics are for that kind of thing. I also especially wonder how Nintendo approves that kind of thing too, because if Nintendo's doing this stuff for the online stuff, like how do they have to seek approval from some of the past developers of that product in order to put it on the system? It makes me very curious what actually happens with all that. But yeah, either way, I still definitely think that there should be some like public domain setup kind of thing, obviously for those for old types of works like that don't get any support. Because there should be some way to access those old games and play them if the original developers aren't actively supporting them. The newer version would be protected under a more reasonable copyright law, but the original would still be open. Yeah, I feel like that would be the case for it too. It depends if they're trying to re-release it from another company's IP, but if developers signed it to have under Nintendo's ownership, then developers can't do much. Yeah, yeah. Once you relinquish ownership of it to the parent company, then becomes entirely their property that they can do whatever the hell they want with. Yeah, no, that's just how that works. So I wonder if that's maybe a reason why Smash Brothers has such a hassle of getting things done for it, because they are working with characters and companies that are outside of Nintendo. So you have to ask them for permission for stuff because you're using their characters' likenesses in their product. If the developers decide to discontinue support for a specific hardware or software, it should be open for public domain. It makes no sense to have it protected if it's doing nothing. Yeah, like yeah, especially if you're not gonna do anything with that original game. Like especially for a console that doesn't have support for it anymore either. Okay. Yeah, it just makes me wonder how the laws are written for things like that, and if there's a way that we could technically rewrite it or amend it to a way that could leave room for open for loopholes like that, you know? Because I agree that way of that way of doing it would be a much better approach. At least maybe like something where it's just posted to like a free market, you know. That way it's not being sold. There's no profit being gained from it. Because I know that's the whole reason behind a lot of the laws behind it. It's just because they want to prevent others taking it so that they can sell it from themselves. Like obviously you can't do that. It's someone else worked on that. You can't take ownership and sell it as your own. Uh, but for people to access it is another issue. Because when emulators are the only thing that make it so a piece of media can be obtained, it's a little bit of a problem. I'm just speaking on a sense of compromise on keeping intellectual property. If up to me, there would be no intellectual property protections at all. Oh yeah. Hmm. I mean, again, I understand why things like that are put into place, and it's just to keep other people from literally stealing other people's work as their own. So I understand why it's in place. But of course, there is a ton of loopholes that go around that kind of thing. But yeah, still though, if we didn't have anything as such thing as IP protection, then yeah, we wouldn't have things in place for like my streams would even be at risk then because someone could take whatever I'm doing here and be like, yeah, it's mine. I did that. Hell, they could even sell whatever art that I'm making right now as their own. That's why I understand why the law's like that. It's just because it's protecting it from being sold under another person's name. So yeah, while you can own something physical, I don't believe you can own an idea or a concept. Yeah, otherwise you can just sue and prevent someone from creating something of their own. If it's a little too similar to someone else's work, yeah. Ideas should be free flowing and shouldn't be monopolized to one person or group or idea. Well, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the idea that ideas um, should definitely be free flowing and everything. And just because one person did it doesn't mean that it should be locked to them and another person can't use that, obviously. It's like why we can make things that are similar to other games, but they could technically be something else. It's just when you use the individual characters or likenesses of it is when it becomes a problem, because then that's when it becomes too much of a copy and not enough of an original idea. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. I think we're good on that. Okay, I think we're good on that. I'm actually getting used to the idea of Control Shift J as the thing, but I still would prefer it to be just Control O instead. So I have to see what the keybinds are for my things right now. Um, and then I'm just gonna flip these to the other side for the other ones. Okay, so let's see. Duplicate this. This is his right side. Okay. Flip. Okay, that seems good. Okay. Not to mention, there's only so many ideas we can think of until they clash with someone else's. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of with my characters. I feel like there's so many characters I've made that could be technically copies of what someone else has made out there in the world. Even if they're like the only difference that might be between them is like either the colors of their hair or the way that they're designed, but they might just be the same kind of person. Yeah, numerous times we found a character from a game or anime that had looks or ideas similar to ours without us thinking of it before. Yeah. Yep. Much like how, yeah, when we saw Maho in Neptunia, we're just like, oh hey, it looks like Jessica, and it was just because of a few defining features, like because of the long pink ponytail and the vibrant personality. Yeah, obviously she has a little bit of similarities to Jessica, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same character. They're still different enough. Also, Keisha having Victoria's hair. Yeah, that was a funny revelation because I literally never saw. I'm pretty sure I never saw that character until I came up with that hair design, um, or before I came up with that hair design. I'm pretty sure I made up that like on my own because I just liked the idea of the curls, and I saw her. I was like, hey, hold on a second. Yes, yeah, that's fine like that. Okay. Oops. Still have the headcanon that I made for Keisha when we saw her the first time. Trying to remember it now. Yeah. Or it was like it was or like it was like a version of Victoria, or like and or her sister or something like that, right? Like a long lost twin sister of hers or something like that. I'm trying to remember it actually. Can remind me of it, Banzi. Xavier gun colors. Yeah, long lost twin sister. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, the more and more you get into the creative field, the more and more you're just like, what are creative ideas? What is original? There's no such thing as original. Everything's a copy of something. Exactly. If you look far enough in a lot of media, everything came from something. Heck, you could probably even trace a lot of things that people have made in story details and plot points to freaking Shakespeare. Probably even before Shakespeare. I only say Shakespeare because that's like the oldest known literature and ideas that I know about. Though, of course, I think isn't a lot of Shakespeare's work nowadays public domain, just because of how old it is. Because another other thing about copyright is that it basically is protecting your rights of ideas and concepts from people who are still alive. But if those people are long gone, then it's going to be like, oh yeah, who cares? Who cares about that? Getting a little bit closer. Whoop. But yeah, it does make me wonder though, like how similar some of my original characters are to ones that have already been written in probably most popular fiction. Trust me, Shakespeare's copied others. Oh yeah, even Shakespeare probably wasn't had his own original ideas. Romeo and Juliet is literally a retelling, not the original story by Shakespeare. Yeah, it's much like how Disney became a really popular company after they took the ideas from other fairy tale storybooks and made it their own films. And of course, now they own the copyrights to those versions of those characters and stories. It's funny how it works. Even sto- even stories in the Bible are full of plagiarism. Oh boy, Pansy's bringing up religion. That's kind of crazy though, actually, that some parts of the Bible might be plagiarized. That's actually kind of nutty. But yeah, I just kind of wonder though. Like, I wonder if I introduced an idea of one of my characters, like Victoria or something, or I'm like, yeah, this she's a person who's had to grow up with these mind powers that she got all of a sudden at one point, where she can't help but read other people's thoughts and speak to them telepathically. People will be like, oh yeah, that's that character from X movie, book, game. You know? Oh, the Ten Commandments is like a code from the Hammurabi. Huh. Oh, so Hammurabi came first. I'm learning more things every day. Yeah. Hmm. Of course, I'm not a biblical scholar, so I might be misremembering some stuff. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I got you, Pansy. Hey, look, I'm not the most religiously inclined either, so I just hear things and I make my own thoughts and assumptions on them. But I actually even wonder too, like not even just from like my stuff. I wonder how many other big franchises and ideas that got released recently can literally just be traced back to, oh hey, they did it in here. Like I mean, hell, Marvel has a giant movie series that they've spanned across all their stuff, but obviously all of the content from it was made by another guy that was just adapted into a movie form. And it's some of the most popular fiction that we've had in the past couple of years, you know? Some Isn't that funny to think about? Some of the most popular fiction that we've had come out in the past couple of years have been done like 50 plus years ago or something like that. It's just a retelling and or a reimagining of those ideas. It's a beautiful thing. Just using what I was created before and making something new with it. It's a form of evolution. Yeah, that's actually a cool way to look at it. Now to think about it, much like how we evolve as humans, the stories and things that we come up with and make are just evolutions of other people's ideas from back in the day. Heck, I won't even be shy to admit that a lot of the characters that I've made, they've definitely been inspired by like other things. Like it's funny because I think about this as I'm listening to a Dragalia song. Like freaking Dimitri, one of my characters, he's completely inspired by the idea of what they do in Dragalia, where they just link with these big dragon-like beasts and transform into them. Like that's something that Dragalia did, and I guarantee you that Dragalia probably got that idea from something else too. It's a never-ending cycle of just taking old ideas, making them new. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to ask you something about one of your characters, Corey. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm all ears. Well, I'm at least maybe about 10% of my body is yours. I don't know how the ratio is, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It just looked way too dark to be what the color I was doing or not. Was Maggie, by any chance, in any way inspired by Mei Hatsume from My Hero Academia? Yes, I will go ahead and just put that on record. Yes, her hairstyle was definitely, and her personality, and a lot of her mannerisms were very much inspired by Mei. Just gonna go ahead and put that out on record. Yeah, she is not a very original character of mine, but I still like her. I still like her a lot. Especially with the fact that, she calls her machines her babies. Like, that's a thing that obviously that May does as well, too. Not zero. Not zero. Save. Okay, now for the fun part. Now I just gotta do all of his skin and hair twice. Twice, I tell you. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so we'll do. Yeah, from here. Xavier front hair skin color. I was going to say, when I was reading the series a few months ago, I saw May for the first time. I was like, "Wait, Maggie?" Yeah, no, it's no coincidence. I'll tell you that. It definitely was not a coincidence that you so happened to see that. She's very much like that kind of character, especially her hairstyle. Like, that was largely inspired me to make that kind of hairstyle too. I think the main thing that made her kind of different from apart from her was that I gave her a robotic hand because I don't think May has that. Yeah, we'll do the skin first. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to do it again. Ah, damn it. So, obviously, it's control. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Which I'm not complaining, of course. Maggie's still my top five. Oh, right, really? Top five? I already know who your number one is, but I'm curious to hear the other three. I'm guessing one of them is at least Jessica, because a lot of people like Jessica. Oh, and Dre. It's just Jessica and Dre have got to be two of them. I don't know who the third one is though. Maybe Danny. I don't know if I guessed it right actually. Hey, stop that. course, Victoria. Oh, Abigail. Abigail's the only one I didn't think about. Fourth is Crystal, actually. Okay. Dre and Danny are also honorable mentions. Okay. Huh. And in that order as well, too, huh? It's funny how you like Crystal because I feel like it's so funny how I wrote her. I actually wrote her to kind of just be unlikable, you know? Because she's just a stuck up rich girl, you know? But I think it's because of her mannerisms and her over the top attitude. She's like endearing in a way. But I feel like she's someone that you definitely wouldn't want to communicate with in real life unless you owned a large sum of money and were famous. Because that's usually the people that she deals with. I like rich girls. Plus the ass, yeah. The ass is a helpful feature of hers as well, yes. You can thank her mama for that. Why does it just not look like that there is any discerning? It doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm looking at the difference between them, but it looks like there is no difference between the white here and the skin portion, you know? It's so weird. Whoops. That's what moved her up to the top five for me. Oh, that's fair. I see where your priorities lie, Fancy. I see where their priorities lie. Also, I do like the fact that all of the top five of my characters in your eyes are all girls. Just saying. To be fair, you've had your characters have had a lot of interactions with my female characters, so that's not too surprising. Okay, I think actually it is a little bit different. Yeah, some parts of it just look like they are still white to me, you know? I do not know about that. Also, what the heck? Where did this come from? Oh, it's because I accidentally selected that brush instead. Okay, I don't think I did. Oh, you know why? I just realized. It's probably because it's over or something? I don't know. It seems like it shouldn't be. Yeah, that's the parts I'm seeing is I'm seeing the whites over it. Oh, right. Because it is under it still. That's why. So actually I need to put them above it. Yeah, I was thinking the other way actually. I was thinking of the idea that they need to be under it. No. Okay. It's like why can't I get rid of the white parts? And I'm like, "Oh, it's cuz it's still under it." Okay. I got it though. I figured it out. Saving. The, the ranking for Abigail and Maggie are pretty frictional. It's pretty frictional. So they're basically moving ranks. So they're just kind of like flipping between each other constantly. It makes it difficult to decide which character is better. So the ranking technically is pretty much a tie. The guys aren't in the top 5. A couple of them are in my top 10. Oh. All right. I'm curious to hear the other 5 then. You've piqued my interest, Pansy. Yeah, but see, I know Danny is one of your top 5 guys, but I'm like, I wonder what the other ones would be. I always like hearing what people think about my characters and what how they rank them in favorites because I'm just like, what do they like about them? Do they like him as much as I do? You know, that kind of thing. For the back half, Danny, okay, Dre, Cody is ninth. Hey, okay, I had a feeling Cody was probably gonna show up on that. Ninth is JJ, okay, and then 10th is Chris. Okay, Chris even actually, huh? That's a good pick too actually. Yeah, there's something that you can't help but like about the lovable stupid guys. They don't have a lot going on up there, but they got everything going on down there, which is probably one of the main reasons that you like them. Yes, yes, of course. Yeah, it's fine. I see your taste though, Pansy. I see it. I can definitely see it. It does make me wonder if the ranking and ages will change, or not ages. If the rankings and placing and such will change once you see the other characters that I've had, because I have quite a few now. Um, yeah, Heather's still new to you, but I currently she's one of my favorites so far. It's only I think it's I only really like her a lot now because she's one of the more recent ones I've made. And I just really like her idea. Plus, I love her punk aesthetic so much. I'm really leaning toward glitch now as well too because I just like the idea of the AI VTuber. I just need to I think she's gonna be the next character I make. To be fair, I mostly just want to get Xavier and Xavier here because I was thinking about making a story with them at some point. I want to get their new idea, their new look out there and done with. So I kind of knew what I was working with. I'm sure my rankings will change, and I'll feel bad for anyone that is knocked down, but I will still love them anyways. Of course, you know. Okay, so that's the skin done. Now I just need to get the eyes and the hair. can't do that. That's right. Okay. Actually, wait. That's right. Let me get this first. We're gonna get the blonde hair. So I'm gonna do that first. Spook. Spook. But yeah, even to this day, I'm still making new characters, and it's blowing my mind that I'm still finding new and interesting concepts to make characters about. Because I thought I would have ran out of gas on some of them a while ago after my like 50th or so one, but here I am still making them and somehow still retaining all of the information on them to this day. Actually, one of my favorites now as well too, since I made her and drew her on stream, is Catherine, the friendly vampire. I really like her concept a lot. I think she's super cute. We need to role play with her, Pansy. I think she's awesome. And I have yet to show her off to like anyone. I'd be up for that. Yeah. G out of 4. Yeah, it's also another reason why I want to keep the drawing streams going because it gives me a good reason to draw all these characters and talk about them in a way that I don't usually ever get to by just posting them to DeviantArt. Especially also because a lot of the times my friends only really get to see a lot of these characters too because I do role plays with them, but I never really get to show them off outside of that, besides their looks and the drawings that I do of them. Yeah, just posting the picture on DA will give a few faves and best at best, but not much people would want to talk about them when they're posted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They get a little bit of traction every now and then. I think the thing that's gonna probably get them up there a little bit more and show them off a bit more is if I actually decided to start making comics of them. But the only thing is, I guess my main focus is I've been just trying to do a lot of them. Um, I've just been trying to do a lot of these things, like the character references, just so I can get their ideas and concepts and uh, looks out there first, and then after that, I can start using them in other forms. I would love to do I would love to do comics of these characters at some point though. It's another reason why I don't bother posting to DeviantArt. See, I I mean I don't really get like I get the idea of, you don't really get a lot of coverage there. But for me, DeviantArt isn't so much a place I post art to get likes uh and to get people like, just talking about it and looking at all of my art. Um Obviously I like whenever people do so, but the main thing I use DeviantArt as is my basically my digital online portfolio where I just kind of put all these ideas out there into the world, and then they stay up there until the end of time. you know, it's also kind of what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. I'm doing the same kind of thing where all my streams and VODs and everything are gonna stay up there up until you know, like however so many years from now, where I can even look back at them and keeping them as like a vault of like past experiences that I've done. I sometimes even now I like to actually look at um I do like to look at some past streams I've done just to see my reactions to stuff again. I also like to do a collab at some point. Yeah, you mean like an art collab or a streaming collab or both or both. J saving. So that's at least yeah that's what he looks like from the front. Hmm. I'm wondering if I should try to tone back the color of his eyes a little bit. Art slash story collab. Oh yeah, of course I'm up for a stream collab as well too. Yeah, I would that'd be cool too. Yeah, I've had Alex come to me about that before too, about making a comic with his characters because he does have some cool characters too. Mm, whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. Oh my god, really? It's it saves different things between them. Okay, let's do it like that. It's like it recognizes the pen and the mouse as two separate users or something. Yeah, I think I might make it just a little bit lighter because I think the eyes were just a little bit too saturated. We still need to force Alex to do roleplays with us again. Yeah, yeah. That's the only thing with Alex and role playing I've noticed is that he does not respond to ones that we do a lot. I even did like one, um, a little bit uh, on Messenger with him for a while, and he's very bad at responding to them. He's been very busy. He's been very busy with a lot of things. That looks better. Might also be a motivation issue too as well. Messenger, fucking boomers. Hey, don't don't knock Messenger, dude. I literally only go on Messenger to message my friends, like my real life friends group. We have a group in there because not a lot of them are on Discord, or at least not actively. But the other ones I also have a Discord server for. I've been at this for a while. There's not much left to do, but there is still much to do. I refuse to go back to the Messenger Facebook ever again. Oh yeah, meaning you've done it before. Okay, let me. Okay, so here's just again for the sake of timing and everything. I'll work on the rest of this on my own time, but I at least want to get Xavier's version of this done, and then I'm probably gonna call it at the end there, and then I'll just finish it in my own time because there's really not that much to do after that point. I just need to color the rest of this. I just don't feel like working on it right now. Yeah, use Messenger. That's what I was. That's what I was meaning. Da, 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 da. Okay. Actually, no. Let's get. I don't know. Yeah, because he's kind of dark all over. I guess let's do his eyes first. Also, I think I'm personally just getting tired of the act of drawing right now. But I will finish this. Maybe not today, because I want to do stuff with Ben as well too. At some when I get off, but I will finish this up. Used it back in high school in my first year of college, but abandoned it completely when I got Discord. Yeah, I mean that's kind of basically what I was doing too. I was using Messenger and Facebook for a lot of my social interactions and friends groups and everything. But after but yeah, after we got Discord going for a lot of our friend group, we've been using that mostly now. We just have a regular Messenger group that we keep in contact with some of the other friends who don't usually use Discord just too much. Whoops. Right, that one. Okay. I forgot if we discussed this or not, but did you decide what the next drawing stream would be? The next one, I think I actually just said it too. I'm pretty sure the next character I want to try drawing is Glitch because I really like her idea as a character and I want to show her off. So she's probably going to be the next one I work on stream. Just want to make sure I'm actually doing on another layer. Yeah. Yeah, new character sheet. Yeah, probably. Yeah, a new one of these. Yeah, because like I said, I really want to get them all out there, so I'm probably gonna be doing references for a good while. I do have like a drawing rotation I was thinking about kind of committing to, but I really like the idea of just getting more characters out there right now. At the same time, I don't know. It's either that or there you go. Yeah, because it's either I do that or I try to find something else on the reference to do. Because I do like the idea of doing a drawing rotation as well, just to keep things fresh and to keep new content coming out that's not just my characters. But I think at least maybe this time I'll make an exception, just because I really want to get Glitch out there. I don't know. I'll think about it though. That's fair. It's a good idea to get some of the new characters out first. Yeah, that's what I was kind of was thinking about too. Also, I'm curious about this since I got this up here. Okay, so that's where their in between state would look like, at least in terms of skin color. I was curious about that because I know there's like an in between state they get into. Hmm, that's fun. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is my brush size not extending? Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I probably will. I probably will just do something else. I have to look at my rotation again to figure out what the next thing is. Because I mainly was thinking just about doing glitch. I definitely at least want to do glitch as my next OC. But I do want to keep things fresh by just doing other things too. Because I do like drawing other things besides my characters as well too. And it might make a more fun stream too. All right, let me just get the hair done and I'll be good. Yeah, hair's just gonna be the black. So, whoops. Come on, come on. Yeah, that works. Yeah, but yeah, for sure, I am gonna make Glitch the next OC I do, because I really like her. But I do want to get some other things done too. I think I forget which order they were, but I know my other categories were my characters as, um, fan art, OCs, and it was one other thing. Oh, for fun. Yeah. So I forget which the next one is, but I'll look it up after the stream. Just want to make sure I can actually see through that. Because again, compared to everything else around it, it looked like it was a darker black than it actually was. My character as. Do you remember that one being the next one? Hmm. Because I know I still have ideas for that. Your character as, not mine. You can also draw my characters if you wish. Yeah. I would say I wonder if I would what would happen if I did that. Like if I did that for a stream, what would I put under? Would it be a an OC thing or would it be a fan art? I think it would technically count as fan art because it's your character, but it's in my style. Yeah, I know I have yours on on my drawing list though to do more of your characters. I just don't remember where I have it under there, but I'm pretty sure it would be technically a fan art. Whoops. What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine principle. Then we would count as OC, right? Yeah, I don't know about I don't know about the communism kind of thing. All right, almost through with it. Soviet anthem plays. Yep. Suddenly communism. But like I was saying before, though, I do have a lot of ideas for comics, even just to do with my characters. Um, I've just been meaning to try to find the time to do them. One of one of the main ideas I have is the backstory for this character I'm drawing right now, Xavier and Xavier. I think he has a cool story, and I would like to share it off in comic form. And I was also thinking maybe just making like some kind of slice of life comic too, where it's just my characters all meeting up and doing friendly shenanigans together. You know what? I kind of like the draw form actually a lot. And it's funny too. As I'm drawing this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the wide eyes are cool and all, but I almost kind of want to give them more round, almond shaped eyes instead, because I think it might look better on him than what he currently has going on for him. I feel like it would speak more to an elven heritage if he had more narrower eyes than he currently does. You know? But I like it. I like it so far. If you decide to do some of my characters, I'll see if I can make a reference for them as well beforehand. Yeah, there's some I've been curious about. I know I've drawn most of the ones I know about. Like I know I drawn Jennifer. I know I draw. Um, I think it was trying to remember the name of her. Tracy, maybe Venus. That's what it was. Yeah, I drew her before too. I don't remember the other ones though. I think what was it? There's there's another character I was curious about, but yeah, we can discuss it later though for sure. But I think yeah. So before I post this in full and get it done, I think the main thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the eyes so that they're like the more almond shaped narrower eyes instead. Because I think he did used to have these eyes, but I think that's before I decided to make him an elf. And I just think that he would fit better with that eye shape instead. At least both forms of him would, I think. Oh, Tommy, yeah, or Tommy. I don't know why I keep calling her Tommy. Yeah, I did that as a token as well too. That's right. All right, but that's gonna be the next thing I do for this. I'm gonna call the stream here though because I am tired of drawing, and I want to work on this later. In my own spare time. Uh, Either pronunciation is fine. Okay. I I think it's just because of how I read it. You know. So, so yeah, it's like that's the only differences that you see here from this drawing between the end product is that um, the eyes are just going to be more narrow, and obviously the rest of it will be colored. But once that's done, post the DeviantArt. I'll put the link to it down below too as well if you're curious to see what the end result is. Um, all right, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream today. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe and follow if you wish to see more. Next stream we're going to be doing is Sonic the Hedgehog, the original. So, or I don't know. That is at least if it's before Tuesday. If it's on Tuesday, then if Tuesday's the next stream I do, then it'll be Nep Tuesdays. Get me back to 1,000 subs. Yeah, that could be good. That would be fun. All right. So thanks for joining me, and then I will see you guys in the next stream. But bye now.